I can't believe you voted for Brexit.
You hate immigrants, don't you?
Oh, you're all thick, you don't have a clue what you're voting for.
Oh no, the pound's fallen over, what a disaster.
You're just a racist.
That's the one that grates the most.
Yeah.
It's like saying, are you a paedophile? Isn't it?
The most slanderous thing that anyone can say.
Obviously, like 17.4 million people are not racist.
Being concerned about immigration is not racist.
A lot of people are actually pro-freedom of movement and see the EU as like a kind of a racist entity because it only lets white people have freedom of movement.
And also, polls actually said, like consistently after the vote, that the main reason why most Leavers voted was because of democracy.
What young person would vote for Brexit?
When I voted Brexit, I was just 21.
This young person.
I kind of bucked the trend a little bit.
I think I might have been the only Leave voter at Glastonbury last year.
Most Brexiteers are portrayed as like swivel-eyed, flag-waving loons.
I've met actually quite a few young people that voted Leave, although a lot of the time they do tell you in secret.
I had to boycott social media.
I just get messages saying, oh, you're a disgusting Brexiteer.
I was a wanker, I was a racist.
They just dislike your politics, they literally dislike you as a person. They take it personally.
I'd like to say like a young Leave voter is liberal and has a positive outlook and hopes for a better world.
Ooh, big one. Hate one.
I think hope won.
Was the other side love then? I mean, because I didn't get that.
I didn't get the love either.
It's not hate. You know, people who vote Brexit, we're not hateful people, we're not nasty people.
Yeah, it doesn't come from a bad place.
I believe I voted for honourable reasons.
It sounds like, oh, we hate Europeans. Anyone from Europe. No, we don't. We hate the structure and the construct of the European Union.
I don't particularly hate anybody. Well, maybe I hate Nick Clegg.
How about that £350 million then? The infamous £350 million.
I literally know nobody who believed that.
It was basically trying to say this is how much money we ship off to the EU every year.
Well, they all say that that was a lie, but when, you know, at the end of the day, I voted for my own reasons.
People think that a bus that has that number written on it has persuaded people.
And like, because one woman on Newsnight 1 week decided to say, that's why I voted to leave, because of the bus, that apparently that reflects the majority of people. Like, it absolutely does not.
Oh, no, let's pick this one. Let's pick this one. I can see it now. You're just as bad as people who voted for Trump.
It's not a bad thing that we've done here, it's not a crime.
Yeah, you can disagree with someone who votes Trump. I disagree with a lot of Trump's policies, but I don't think that they're a bad person.
The truth is, Brexit voters are normal people like you watching this.
Biggest parallel between Brexit and Trump is that it highlighted how out of touch many politicians are.
Brexit is far more positive, I think. It's about democracy, it's about popular sovereignty, whereas Trump is an idiot.
What's going to happen to Brits living in Europe?
Immigration is vital on both sides, and it does make our society far more affluent and a better place, likewise like it does with the rest of the EU.
You're still going to be able to travel abroad and work abroad and study abroad. You know, you can do those things in countries that aren't in the EU right now.
So people who don't like the fact they're not going to get cheap flights anymore, we voted for democracy and to instill our democracy and to maintain our democracy. And I think that's worth a $59.99 flight in Ryanair.
We'll always be European, we'll always have European values and be part of the European culture.
I don't think it's going to make a massive difference, really, unless the European Union decides to be extra mean in the negotiation.
Which might be.
But it's the European Union. It's a man-made, bureaucratic, paper-pushing hellhole that I'm very proud that 17.4 million British people decided to stick their fingers up to it and walk away.
You didn't know what you were voting for.
I heard that one a lot, actually, like, now.
And they're trying to frame it that, oh, it was just loads of uneducated bigots versus the enlightened Remainers.
You just have to kind of look at the turnout, really, to show that people obviously did know what they were voting for, they really cared about it.
I don't think anyone really knows what's going to happen, but it can't be any worse than it is now.
And for 17.4 million people, they were willing to take a risk, and I think that's incredible. And that's why I think Brexit was the largest democratic mandate in British political history.
Would you still vote Brexit?
In a heartbeat.
100%.
After it got attacked so much, she felt the need to defend it so badly. So I am more pro-Brexit than I was a year ago.
Whether you voted Brexit, whether you voted Remain, let's all get on one team and make the best of it.
You can be pro-immigration and vote for Brexit.
And you can be young and vote for Brexit.
I actually feel like a radical kind of political young person shaping the future. Like, I love it.
We have
I love
changed
it.
the world. I mean, that's
Oh yeah, we have.
a really exciting thing to be a
Sounds
part
so
of.
lame, but we have.
Yeah.
We actually have.
Sounds so Disney, but it's true.